Hello friend, how is it going? Welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel. Have a new customer with a 2004 Toyota Tacoma SR5 V6, and when I was taking this vehicle in and I was talking to the owner, I had no idea how much fun I will have with this. And I admire the owner because when I asked him, so can you remind me why you are here? He said, well, I decided to go for inspection, full inspection. I own it for a while. There's nothing wrong with this. It perfectly runs, but I would like you to check it in detail, and tell me if maybe, possibly, something's up. As you can imagine, it's totally opposite. There's everything wrong, what you can even imagine about it, and it's typical situation. He keeps driving it every day, he got used to it, and he doesn't pay attention anymore. So when you start it up, the idle goes up and down and up and down. So before he left, I said, hey, what do you think about that? He said, what? Well, okay. Well, okay, good, you are doing inspection. Then I go on test drive. When you brake, the whole vehicle shakes like crazy, right? So it's either warp rotors or the lower control arms are gone or something. So now I'm here in the shop. I started the inspection. I want to show you something. I only made it to the engine bay, and I'm very carefully and in detail go from left to right. That's the way I'm dealing with it. So I started with engine filter. That's slightly dirty. I said clean in future. I checked the mileage. He has 273, so he's pretty good still on the timing belt and water pump, except he's not, because he's missing coolant. And I already see the leak of coolant down there, and it might be from water pump. So I removed the muff. That's of course dirty. If you look with me inside of the throttle body, you will see it's insanely dirty, and there might be a reason for that idle, which is going up and down. Although they are not recorded any misfires or anything, any problems, any codes, and it's ready to smoke, so everything's fine on the computer side. I pulled one spark plug. It's a nice twin tip. It's not Denso, it's NGK, but they were apparently recently done and they are good. I pulled the transmission dipstick here. The transmission fluid is nice and clean. Somebody took care of it. But I want to show you some detail, and that's the video is about. And I didn't say a beep about it, but the hint is, look at the cooling system. Something is wrong here. And I don't know how I will name this video, but people should freaking start paying attention to what they are doing. I'm not mad. I just can't believe this. But yes, people make mistakes. I make mistakes. I fully understand. It's a nature of all of us. So, what do you say? Where do you see a problem? We have original clamps. This one could be a little bit sideways, so it's not going up and rip you. This one is okay. There were some marks on it. White mark, yellowed mark. They are kind of sideways. Do you already see what I'm talking about? And I'm trying to show it to you. So by the nature, engine as it runs, it shakes. Not much, but you have to be aware of vibrations and shakes. That's why there are these holders, supporting arms, and everything is tied down. Well, if the engine shakes and this radiator fan shroud is not, what that shroud will do to that hose? Look at it. The hose is hitting the shroud, and the shroud will cut hole in it eventually. So this is our problem. Do you know why it is so bad? Why it needs to be fixed? And what's the problem? It's not because somebody put aftermarket upper radiator hose here, but it's because somebody who doesn't work on Toyotas every day did possibly this timing belt, because that's related to it. They didn't pay attention of orientation of this pipe, and they switched the ends. This is supposed to be touching the engine, and this white part supposed to be touching the radiator. And if you look from above on that detail, if we switch it around, the hose will actually come shorter here, so it will never hit the shroud, and then it will nicely clear. The shroud is low here, nicely clear, and it will be never rubbing, basically destroying itself. Look at it. I will go and zoom on it. I was waiting for you. I didn't even lift it yet. It's basically wrapped almost the whole through, because somebody just didn't pay attention. So now, if I want to do it correctly, I have to buy him a new hose, because this we don't know. Will it explode soon on him? It's not leaking. I don't think it's the reason why he's missing coolant. I don't see a spray of long life or super long life. There is a pinkish coolant in it. I don't know what they put in it, probably. It looks like a correct one. So other than that, they probably did a good job on the timing belt. However, look at it. This is a hazard. This is a problem. And it's just because people don't pay enough attention. This can blow up on him. We don't know when. It could be soon, because that dent in it, it's pretty big. It's almost cut through. So I want to share this with you. When I heard his words, I internally smiled, because this is typical. People come with high mileage thing. I told him, hey, you might regret bringing your truck here, because I will write you a list of so many things you won't even believe. And that's why I take almost 2 hours for these very detailed inspections. I pull things apart which are not visible. I remove them, inspect them, and tell the owner the reality. So he will be surprised, definitely, what I'm discovering here. Isn't it amazing, my friend? Such a little detail in orientation of that hose could blow up on him, could leave him stranded, because the day when the hole will be created inside, definitely the pressure in the cooling system will start shooting that coolant all over that area. It will be a huge mess. Most likely the tow to the nearest service where they will install the new hose. So I have to make sure I will quote him for it, because you have to drain some coolant to take it off, then get the right hose, switch it around, and so on. So that's already not a freebie, definitely. It will be in my detailed inspection. If you had something similar happen, please share it underneath the video in the comments, because that's why I make all these videos, to keep this community of Toyota owners informed, and we share between each other. I hope you like this video, you find it helpful, and make sure, if you do, give it a thumb up and make sure you are subscribed. I have way more coming your way soon. I'm pretty sure I will film something more on this because this is incredible. See ya.